So check this out, y'all. I'm in a super mystical frequency right now. Today is the second born day for Kim Porter. This is the day that she passed. And I'm just like in my backyard and I'm giving thanks.
Now you kind of look at him like scoundrels. What won't you do for that damn career? Listen, this is a disgusting business. That's all I'm going to say. This business is so disgusting that I can't. I think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are master manipulators of the media. As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You represent a lot.
Delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate the...
So while speaking, they were called N-word, B-word.
Guys, Jay-Z just changed his name on every platform. He's not Jay-Z anymore. He's now Jay-Z with the 2 dots over the Y. Conveniently timed, and we'll get into that. But not only did he put the 2 dots above the Y on...
Wendy Williams wasn't just a talk show host. She was a flashing red siren in a room full of secrets. And to some of the most powerful men in music, she became the storm they couldn't outrun. Long before the headlines caught up, whispers say she was already calling out rumors about Diddy's hidden nightlife, stories of double lives and secret parties that the industry pretended not to see. People close to her claim the backlash was vicious, the threats real, and that the price of talking got terrifyingly high. Then, just when things were already boiling,
So you were in that coma in 2022. You had the liver transplant, you had the tracheotomy, I mean, all that stuff that went on.
Multi-system organ failure.
Yeah,
60.
Right. Have they figured out what happened yet?
We will.
No, I mean, have the doctors medically, like, what happened to you?
Yeah, what happened? So,
because you just collapsed, right?
Yeah, so, just mysteriously out of the blue, which we do talk about in the book.
Yes,
what that,
I want to get into that.
What that process is. But, so it's been quite a journey. And as I said, even as it relates to writing the book, I went through almost, more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Hey, really? What's wrong with you? No way. But not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
posting. Yeah. I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
But this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure.
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying.
Rumors have long swirled that Kim Porter was quietly preparing a tell-all manuscript, one that insiders claimed would peel back the velvet curtain on Diddy's private world. According to whispers from people who say they saw early drafts, the book was meant to describe late-night parties, hidden betrayals, and the emotional scars she carried from their years together. The project never reached shelves, but alleged messages between someone tied to a publishing house and members of Kim's family surfaced online, hinting at explosive chapters that were supposedly on the way. The note claimed the writer was shaken by what Kim described seeing and enduring, referencing secret
filming Honey 3. And she allegedly has been avoiding Puffy. And, my thing about when you date a mogul is that it's really difficult to avoid them because if you use your head, you never know when they're going to pop up on the scene. Like he's mogul, like he can hire a plane right now, zoom it to South Africa, land on the roof of the hotel where she's staying, okay, pay people off the front desk, give me the key and let me up in her room. Like I'm already paranoid. Puffy posted a picture of Michael Jackson's song, Lady in My Life, and wrote, if anyone sees Cassie this weekend, please tell her to listen to this song 100 times. I suggest don't use social media though to reach out. I think this is a grand overture from Puffy. I don't believe he really wants her back. I believe he probably treated her at some particular point like a possession, like a possession. And if you really care, then you'd reach out privately.
If you rewind to 1999, that chaotic night when Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were swept into the club shooting scandal, most of the industry went quiet. Careers were on the line, lawyers were whispering, headlines were spinning. But Wendy Williams didn't whisper. She was on air asking why the timeline fell off, why the blame landed so neatly on a 19-year-old rising rapper named Shine, while everyone else seemed to walk away untouched. The streets accepted the official story, but Wendy kept pressing, hinting that something about the narrative didn't sit right with her. She didn't scream accusations, she asked questions, the kind that make powerful people uncomfortable. She kept digging, replaying witness statements, pointing out contradictions, daring listeners to look closer. Fans remember her voice slicing through the noise like a siren in the dark, refusing to echo the party line. At the time, it sounded reckless. Years later, people still argue about what really happened that night, but one thing is clear, Wendy wasn't afraid to stand alone. She spoke when silence was safer, and in an industry built on loyalty and fear, that kind of courage can make you enemies you never see coming.
Fall guy. Taking the fall means not snitching, not getting your friends in trouble. Even today, I wouldn't want to do anything to get anyone in trouble.
I do not own a nor did I possess a.
Anyway, their beef got so intense that Diddy tried shutting Wendy up again by seemingly threatening her then 16-year-old son Kevin Jr. These rumors kicked off when this old interview of Diddy and Wendy from a few years back went viral. Wendy can be seen getting clearly uncomfortable and tripping over her words after Diddy mentioned that he met her son.
Tell you something. As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Who I met backstage, he
did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You represent a lot to a lot of...
Now, when it comes to Kim Porter, Wendy has always been one of the people who think she didn't die from pneumonia. When Kim passed, Wendy posted this tweet that said, "I just heard the sad news about Kim Porter. My condolences to Diddy and Kim's families. Rest in peace." But here's where it gets messy. After Wendy posted this tweet, she went on to supposedly hint that something suspicious happened when she made a comment on her show that went something like, "Kim Porter has passed, and that's all I'm going to say." The clip of her saying this has been scrubbed from the internet, but people say this was Wendy's way of telling us that Kim didn't actually die from pneumonia. She added fuel to these rumors when she dropped the statement after Diddy got locked up, basically celebrating his downfall. And guess who else passed away right before they were about to do an exposed-type interview? Cathy White. Now, just for a little bit of context, Cathy was allegedly Jay-Z's mistress, who has also been alleged to be Beyoncé's surrogate. However, after Cathy gave birth, Beyoncé allegedly took Blue and had Cathy mysteriously passed away. And to make matters even worse, Beyoncé dared to reference Cathy's alleged passing in multiple songs. For example, in 2024, Beyoncé released her song Daughter, which people believe is a blatant confession to her allegedly taking Cathy's life, and then stealing Blue Ivy from her right after.
Song Daughter on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album.
I love that one.
It's potentially a murder confession about Jay-Z's mistress, Cathy.
But here's where it gets interesting. Even before all this stuff surfaced, Wendy had already peeped what Beyoncé was doing. Now, some of y'all might not recall this, but back in 2011, Beyoncé had the internet going crazy when her alleged baby bump literally folded and collapsed on live television. She jumped on her show the next day and tore into Beyoncé for supposedly faking her pregnancy. Wendy even brought up Cathy White's name. And listen, this was real risky because at the time, no major media outlet was mentioning her at all. The whole Cathy situation was just one of those things where if you knew, you knew. And if you didn't, then you simply didn't.
Beyoncé's pregnancy is a way of keeping Jay-Z's alleged mistress away. Beyoncé is going to use a surrogate so she can maintain her body, but they're going to play it off like it's allegedly, like they gave birth. Remember, I was the first one to say this, and you remember, because wait, I haven't said it yet. Watch. It's going to be an at-home water birth in the master bathroom. There are going to be 3 people there. Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and her mother, Miss Tina. Watch.
Here's what keeps haunting the story. Wendy didn't just stumble onto rumors. Insiders say she built a quiet network that fed her secrets from green rooms, studio hallways, and VIP backdoors nobody else could enter. Before the scandals exploded, before lawsuits and raids started rewriting reputations, she was already stacking receipts like a storm about to break. And right when everything started collapsing around certain moguls, the loudest gossip voice in media went silent, wrapped in a conservatorship that fans still debate every night. Coincidence? Timing? Or something colder hiding in plain sight? Nobody outside those locked doors can prove it, and that mystery is exactly why this drama refuses to die. Meanwhile, the internet turned into a courtroom with no judge. Strangers demanded Kim Porter's death be reopened. Others dragged old rumors about celebrity babies, hospital shutdowns, and secret deals back into daylight. None confirmed, all trending. The chaos keeps growing because one name still echoes in every thread: Wendy Williams, the woman who asked questions when silence was safer. Was she fearless, reckless, or the first person brave enough to crack a polished illusion? That argument is ripping timelines apart right now. So let's be real for a second. If Wendy really had evidence hidden somewhere, who has it today? Who buried it? Who's protecting it? And why did everything go quiet the moment the whistle